Welcome to my farm. I am here with Mr. Earl today, and today we're starting introduction to tack, to tack and gear. I don't know really his background other than I have seen a picture of him in packing gear. So I'm gonna assume he's probably okay with stuff on his back. Now, I don't know how well he is with being cinched up and all that other stuff that's really important for a riding donkey, but we'll find out eventually. And right now, I just want to introduce him to the tack slowly. He still acts a little sketchy, a little nervous, and so I'm still building his confidence around me. Some donkeys take longer than others, and that's okay. If he's not had a lot of handlers, a lot of riding experience, if he was rushed during training, if he's not as well trained as the guy who had him was led to believe, I mean, there's all these factors. So I tend to treat each donkey, no matter what I've been told, unless I actually show up and ride the donkey, I treat them like they don't know anything. I approach everything slowly and really try to think about if this donkey was brand new and nobody had told me the donkey could do anything or was used to anything, how would I approach it? So that way I know I'm not going to move too fast for him or go into a zone that is just a huge hole of training for him and have a blow up and a setback. We don't want that. So I'm working hard to build trust with this guy and I don't want to ruin it. So in Patreon, that's what I'm going to be doing with him. The full-length video will be on training to the gear, and I'll go a little bit more into saddles and stuff like that in Patreon. But for this video, I just wanted to talk about where Earl's at, do a little update on him, and talk about probably one of the most asked questions I get about riding donkeys after what kind of saddle do you use, is, ooh, see, just a little sketchy still. It's okay, buddy. What kind of bit do I use? And I don't always use a bit. Some of my donkeys don't wear a bit. They wear a hackamore. And Jasper, for instance, he does really good with like a side pull. And then I have Walter, who he never really accepted bitless. And that's okay. That's okay. If he's comfortable in a bit, that's fine. I do want to say one thing about bits. Whichever bit you decide to use, if you want to try a bit, I have found that snaffle bits are terrible on donkeys. None of my donkeys ever responded well to them. And sometimes you'll see people use the combination bits. Even those, I tried one of those and I feel like it hurt the donkey. The donkey would flinch, and I'm like, even though I've got super soft hands, I felt like it was a bit much for the donkey. And then he was worried about that bit. He wasn't thinking about his surroundings, walking, his feet. And that's just my experience. Other people have different experiences. That is mine with all the donkeys I have trained. So I do find that straight bits work better if I'm going to use a bit. Walter, I typically use this one on Walter. And he likes it. He responds to it well. He responds to it well. He's very calm in it. When I put a bitless on Walter, he gets confused. Eventually, he may accept it. It may take years, or he may never accept it. Some donkeys, once they're used to something, and Walter was started in a bit. So once they're used to something, sometimes it can be hard for them to accept a different form of communication or something different because they get confused and they just want that familiar thing that tells them what I'm supposed to do, and that's fine. Usually start donkeys out in an S-hack, and some donkeys just remain in an S-hack because they just respond to it really well. They seem to like it and they're comfortable with it, and whatever the donkey responds to without seeming anxious or worried, that's typically what I go with. There is no one way to do this because they are all individuals. This is Traveler's favorite. He doesn't really like the S-Hack. He likes this one, which is, I think it's called a Fast Stop and Go. I'm so terrible with tack names. He doesn't really like the S-Hack. When you try to communicate with him in the S-Hack, he kind of shakes his head. If I put a bit in his mouth, his eyes get huge, his nostrils flare, and he gets super worried and anxious. And I never want that response. So the bit is not good for Traveler. He prefers that. Jasper, he's totally different. He will pretty much respond to anything but a snaffle. He won't respond to a snaffle at all. But the best thing for him is one of the side pulls with the chin strap. He does great with those. So they're all very different. So there's no like a hard and fast answer for what is the best bit for your donkey. There's just not. It is whatever your donkey likes and will respond to with no worry and no anxiety. And I think that's very important. That's just kind of what I wanted to go through. Bits, hackamores, you know, that communication that you need, because you got to have some kind of communication to tell the donkey where you want it to go. I let the donkey choose ultimately. I know that means you have to buy things and try them out, and if they don't work, then you've bought something that you're not going to use. But the good thing is tack typically resells really well. And if I've bought used tack, I've always been able to get my money back out of it. It's never been a problem. No matter if it was a saddle that I bought that was used and it didn't work out, I've been able to resell it, recoup my money, and then take that money and try a different saddle and try to find something that works for the donkey. Same with bits. So I would suggest looking at used tack. If you don't have a big collection of tack of different things that you can try. As somebody who trains regularly, of course, I have a lot of different things to try out. But when I first started, it was definitely just constant seeking for like a bit I wanted to try or a saddle I wanted to try or something. If you're training a riding donkey, I hope you find this helpful. I hope this brings a little bit of understanding, because it's not as simple as what kind of bit someone else is using. And if you want to see Earl's full training video, I have a series that you can purchase that will have all Earl's videos in it, or you can become a member of Patreon for the members only content. It's been pretty good to stand here and not be super treat muggy, and he's been nice and calm, flinched a few times and when the tack kind of banged around. So definitely still got some of that sketch factor going on, but he's working through it. I hope you're doing something fun with your donkey today. Y'all have a good one.